What's up people, it's Wasabi and I am back with another review. ASUS ROG sent me this keyboard, very grateful for this, thank you ASUS. But as always with my content on this channel, these are my thoughts, personal opinions and experiences with the product. And today we have the brand new ROG Falchion RX Low Profile. Now here's a quick look at the packaging because that's what you pay for too. You know, when this first came in the mail, I was not expecting the box to be this small. I think it looks awesome. Inside the dust cover, you have the low profile keyboard. It comes with a protective cover. The keyboard is very slim, but there is a nice weight to it. Get the ROG sticker set, warranty booklet, quick start guide, a USB cable, and a USB extender. And that's pretty much all that's included inside the box. Now before we begin, let us manage some expectations here real quick. ASUS ROG division makes a lot of PC gaming peripherals and have been around for a very long time, and they've recently made some great mechanical gaming keyboards. And today we have their brand new wireless low profile gaming keyboard, and this one is available only in the white colorway for now. What can I say? It's a gaming keyboard. Do all gaming keyboards need rapid trigger or adjustable actuation to be considered a gaming keyboard? Definitely not. Personally, I enjoy gaming on both Hall effect and mechanical gaming keyboards. There are two different experiences with how they sound and feel, and there are still gamers who prefer the feel of mechanical switches for gaming and typing over magnetic switches, which I feel is perfectly fine. What's important is using a keyboard that fits in with the things that you do and the games that you play, and not so much of what other people think is best. With that said, the RX Falchion Low Profile is available for $170. Now this has to be one of the most elegant looking gaming keyboards that I've ever seen. I love the combination of white, silver and grey. It's very subtle with the gamer aesthetics, which is kind of surprising for a product coming from ASUS ROG. Overall, it's a simple and wonderful looking keyboard that I can see fit well in many setups. It comes with this two-way keyboard cover, and it's a brilliant concept because from my experience with other low profile gaming keyboards, the keycaps come off pretty easily when I carry them in my backpack. You can use this as a protective cover if you need to take this out with you, and during the day you can stow it under your keyboard and it will not slide around because it has non-slip rubber feet on all corners. On the back you can find the power switch for wireless 2.4 GHz connection and Bluetooth as well, another switch to toggle between PC and Mac mode, and a compartment to store the USB wireless receiver. There's also a touch control panel right here with LED indication on the top. I'm usually not a fan of touch controls when it comes to tech because it never feels quite as fast or responsive as your phone. The touch controls here are okay, they could be more responsive, but generally they work fine. It's a nice idea and fits really well with the form factor of this keyboard, but I personally would not use them, especially for volume control, because it is fixed to increments of 4. There's a button right next to it that lets you toggle between modes for the touch controls. You can cycle through 4 modes: volume control, media control, keyboard brightness, and 1 slot for you to customize on the software. The LED panel fits very well on this keyboard and I like it very much. It has an aluminum top case and an ABS bottom case if I'm not mistaken. Even though this keyboard is very thin and compact, it does not feel flimsy at all. In fact, it feels very solid and very well put together. The weight of this without a cable comes in at just under 600 grams. It's a wonderful balance of quality and portability with the weight. So what's cool about this keyboard is that it's a 65% layout in a 60% form factor. This means you get the arrow keys and home keys with the compact form factor of a 60% layout gaming keyboard. They managed to keep it very compact without reducing the size of the keycaps, and the size of the board is great for people with small desks, and it gives some extra room for anyone who wants a clean wireless setup. The RGBs here look fantastic because the LEDs are shining straight up to the legends. RGBs are very bright and colors are vibrant on the highest settings. There are a total of 10 preset effects for you to choose from and customize, or you can create your own with the Armory Crate software. Connectivity wise, the ROG Speed Nova wireless technology is some great wireless tech with good low latency and stability. I first experienced it with my ROG ASUS and it's just as good here. You can use this with Bluetooth 5.1, which lets you pair up to 3 devices. And of course, you can use it wired as well. This keyboard has a Mac mode with a switch right on the back that remaps the keys for Mac systems. But just know that Armory Crate is not compatible with Mac, so you are limited with the settings on the hardware if you do not have a PC. It also has multi-device connectivity, which lets you pair this keyboard and an ASUS ROG mouse to a single USB receiver to save on a USB port. port. I have to say part of why this keyboard feels expensive is because of how the UV coated ABS keycaps feel. It's such a good coating and a pretty thick one too. Not only are these more shine resistant, but they give a great amount of grip. And of course, nothing lasts forever, and everything including these keycaps are prone to wear and tear. This keyboard has the new ROG RX low profile optical switches, and the model we are looking at today has the linear RIDs, but there is also a version with blue clicky switches if that's your kind of thing. These new RID switches have an actuation point of 1mm. Initial actuation force is optimized to 40 grams to prevent accidental keystrokes, and a total force of 55 gram force. There's almost zero wobble on this keyboard. Each key press feels certain and well connected. They come pre-looped and the keys feel very nice and evenly smooth, and bottoming out feels good. Lots of low profile keyboards I've used in the past with RID switches feel like you're typing on air, but these RX RIDs feel pretty good. The sensation is almost like an in-between of linear and tactile switches. When it comes to the battery life, ASUS says that you can get up to 430 hours on wireless 2.4 GHz mode with the RGBs off, and that's pretty wild. Gaming performance and how it feels has been great for a low-profile wireless keyboard. It's not as fast in terms of input like what you get on a Hall effect keyboard, and of course there's no adjustable actuation or rapid trigger here, but that is a completely different category of gaming keyboards. Here you got switches that actuate at 1mm, which is already pretty sensitive for most people. You have excellent high-speed wireless connectivity, which is plenty fast and stable if you like to use this for competitive games that you play, and you have the option to use it wired if you prefer. Modern Warfare 2, Overwatch 2, and Valorant are games that I play the most, and I had a pretty good time gaming on this keyboard. You can also record macros on the fly and map them to programmable keys and easily swap between 6 profiles, profile 6 being set to default. And these are features that many gamers still use for the games that they play. While it does not introduce anything revolutionary to compete with top-of-the-line gaming keyboard options in terms of speed and new features, it does an excellent job within its category of low-profile wireless gaming keyboards, and very much one of the best that I've experienced. For lots of typing, it is quite a satisfying typing experience here. This is the first linear RIDs on a low-profile gaming keyboard that feel really good for me. It's a good balance for both gaming and typing with the actuation point and actuation force of these switches. You have quite a quiet typing experience with 2 layers of silicone sound dampening foam, and that helps with the sound profile of this keyboard. It doesn't sound bad at all. You don't get any of that cheap hollow feeling and sounding plastic, which is most common with gaming keyboards. There is also a good amount of adjustability. The 2 back feet allow for 3 tilt angles for comfort. So how is the software? You can remap your keys, set up individual profiles, customize RGBs, and program the touch panel from Armoury Crate. Pretty much all the functionality and features you can expect from a gaming keyboard. The software is frustrating, and the reason is because of the long load times between pages, and really no one today should be spending this much time waiting to change a setting or two. It's such a shame because the keyboard launches in more recent years have been brilliant. Thankfully, it has onboard memory, so I would recommend when you first get this keyboard, if you decide to update it with the latest firmware and just don't use the software again. You know, a product this well made, especially at this price point, should be accompanied with better software. So in conclusion, what are 3 things I like about this keyboard? It's a beautiful looking keyboard with excellent build quality, and it's nice to see that brands are still creating new products for low profile gaming keyboard users. RGB lighting on this keyboard is really good and complements the design very well. It's plenty bright and doesn't overdo it with being obnoxiously flashy. And the last thing is ASUS ROG wireless connectivity is one of the best. Low latency performance was excellent on my ASUS, and it's just as fantastic here. Now, what are 3 things I feel could be improved with this keyboard? I can't think of 3 things. Really, it's just one, and surprise, surprise, it's the software. So final thoughts and what I think of its value. Well, overall, this is an absolutely wonderful piece of tech from ASUS. The quality is great and it really comes off as a luxury keyboard for gamers. It is expensive, but with the build quality, performance, and typing experience that you get, it's got a lot more value for money than some other big competitors in this category of keyboards. If I was in the market for low-profile gaming keyboard, this is what I'll set my eyes on. I would say this is one of the best low-profile gaming keyboard options on the market today. That is if the layout works for you, because it is a small keyboard, and if the price is within your budget. The software is horrifying, but just use it to update to the latest firmware and forget about it. Low profile, wireless, compact 60% form factor with a beautiful design and good switches. Are these things that you would enjoy in a low profile keyboard? And if your answer is yes, then this is one that you should check out. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful in any way, please leave a like and subscribe to support the channel. And I guess I'll see you in the next one.